Sad times on the high seas, gentlemen. I knew one day this was gonna come.
Do not come. Do not come.
Unfortunately, it's here.
I'm gonna come.
But we had a pretty good run. We had fun over the last couple of years. But World of Warships is done. The game is officially dying, it's dead, and there's really no way to recover it.
Are you okay?
I'm dying. Help me.
There's a lot of blame that could be placed here, but I think it pretty much solely stems from wargaming.
This game is going down and it's all your fault!
Whether it's the development team specifically,
It's all your fault.
or it's the CMs not trying to push the development team in the right way.
This is all your fault!
But it was just a true fundamental breakdown of chain of command. Nobody listened to anybody. And the developers were able to do whatever they wanted. And they've finally done maybe what they always wanted to do. Kill the game.
I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it.
If you don't believe me, let me show you a couple things. My first example of just a fundamental breakdown. This is going to come from TommyBoy601. If you don't know who Tommy Boy is, right over there, you can go look him up. I love Tommy, great dude. But he put this out in a video today. I just want to play this one clip.
Now a question that was commonly asked, especially by our kit players, because the USS kit used to run with the Jolly Roger flag, right?
Yep.
Like they had it on the ship.
Still do.
It still does.
The modern one does.
Yeah, the modern ones. Is there any way for us to get a Jolly Roger flag?
Yeah, stay tuned.
Yes.
It will come. Yeah.
Yes.
We will not be getting a Jolly Roger flag.
That's comedy gold, Tommy. In that video I just showed you, Tommy Boy goes on to explain, oh, they couldn't get the skull and crossbones in China, and that's why it wasn't there, but he was disappointed that it was already promised, and yeah, I mean, just think about that. It took them 487 days or something like that to figure out that they couldn't do skull and crossbones in China, so no one gets it. Really? Now let's go to the Legends website, and here's where the real fundamental breakdown is. This is the roadmap from 3 months ago. And in this, we're promised training rooms, we're promised detailed stats. Love how my phone always goes off when I'm recording. Never goes off all day. Goes off when I hit the record button. Never fails. We're supposed to get port switching, which we got. This was the Halloween update. Special modernizations, like legendary perks on boats and stuff like that we were all supposed to get. And they said, will be delivered before the end of the year. But they went and put a little 94.325% in there. And trust me, had I seen that when I read this, because I clearly didn't read that line, I would have known right then and there that they weren't pulling out anything that they promised. Anything big, anything good, anything that we're looking for in the game, they're not going to have by the end of the year. If I would have seen that, I would have called this literally 3 months ago. Roadmap hurdles. Feel bad for us.
This is something else.
This is the latest devlog, and I don't know what exactly went down at Wargaming, but I don't believe anything they say, because I know that Wargaming just wants money. That's all they do. They just want money, like any other company, and more specifically, they want your money. That's why they came out with the knockoff JB right before Christmas. You don't think Christmas crates are coming? Oh, trust me, they are. Training rooms was without a doubt the hardest hit thing in this. They're saying detailed stats aren't coming for a while. And then legendary modifications moving to January 23.
Why must the good die young?
Pretty much everyone out there knows about this. But I love how they try to word this where it's feel bad for us. You think for 1 second I'm going to feel bad for Wargaming when I know what they do? Not a shot. This doesn't happen too often, but this has happened in this instance, unfortunately. Alas, I think really the bigger problem here and why Legends is dead, it's dying, I think it really just comes down to this page right here. I mean, we'll just go through this, and this is every single update they've had in the last, I don't know, 2 years. Let's go through them and find all the ones that were good. Let's go find the good updates where we can point to it and go, yeah, I remember that update. That update was fire. I had so much fun. Let's go look. November update, Shimakaze Yudachi combo, gunboat, sick. The 1v1 duels, watching Spartan, was probably the most fun I've had on this game in a long time. But that's only because we did something completely different that nobody's ever done before. That being said, that's still just a 1v1 season, which we've already had in the past, and people just steamed right through it. I mean, there they brought Aaron Court in, Agincourt, boring, Transformers, boring, another season of Ranked, which they've ruined Ranked, by the way. Old Ranked was actually kind of fun. This new Ranked is just, I don't know why they changed it. Musashi update, that was boring. Oh yeah, the auction came back. Don't forget about the good old auction. This was a June update where they brought in the Black and the Independence Carrier. Boring. Golden Week campaign stuff, different camos, pretty boring. Remember the April update? They gave us the gem called Flaunder. Pretty boring. The only good thing that came out of that was Des Moines came out of that. Now, of course, they brought in the most broken carrier in the game, Saipan, just to really top off the fun. Finally, they do something that we got some enjoyment out of. The racing update. I guess that's not really fair. It's not wasn't the racing update. That was a specific game mode that we only had for like a weekend, I think it was. Or maybe it was during the week. I don't really remember. But that was back in March. I mean, all the way in March. It's December. Everyone remembers this, right? I mean, we got the Tier 7 Italian battleship that everyone hates. The Hill, which nobody bought. The Tiger 59, arguably one of the worst ships, especially in Ranked. We got Soviet carriers. Love those. So the reality of the situation is, no matter how you slice it, you go back in time, and the Legends dev team really kind of killed the game because there's just nothing going on in the game. There's nothing fun going on in the game. There's nothing engaging and keeping us here. But people are still opening up their wallets and they're giving Wargaming money. So Wargaming just says, hey, it's making money, so why change things? 2-3 boats per update. You know, maybe 10% of the community buys an $80 boat. And, you know, we get paid this month. And I think that mentality over the last 3 years has really kind of killed the game. There's a lot of simple features that they should have had in the game in the first year, maybe year and a half. But now we're going on 3 years. Or are we going on more? Is it closer to 4? I don't even really remember. I think we're going on 4 years, which is even more embarrassing. And I know they have a small dev team. That's not my problem. Right? That's not the viewer's problem. That's not the average player's problem. That's their problem. But they're doing the same thing on PC. They're just killing the game on PC from what I've seen. I've seen Flamu do videos about numbers and player base, and it's just, everything is just ticking down. Tick, 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 tick. And the players are leaving this game. And if you don't think so, just stop into my live stream and ask how many people have stopped playing, but they're still watching me. And there'll be at least 5 or 10 people that'll be like, oh, I haven't played this in like a month. I haven't played this in 3 months. I deleted my account. If you don't believe me, just go play 5 legendary matches. Go and queue up solo and try and build and populate full games. There's just nobody up there. I mean, we used to wait like 10, 15, maybe 20 seconds for a legendary battle, and now you might be stuck in the queue all the way to the 2-minute marker, which then you have to back out of the queue and go back into the queue. That way you don't get put into a forced small game. But like the average wait time now for like a legendary battle is going to be somewhere around, I would say, $1.50, $1.45. Now, if you go down in the tiers and you go pick up like a tier 3, tier 5 battle, you'll be almost instant queued. And now what that tells me is the people that have all these boats, that have all these up-tiered stuff, they're leaving. They're gone. They don't want to play it, or they're not on. They just don't want to play it right now. But it didn't used to be that way a year ago. Maybe go back a year and a half. The lack of content in the game, the lack of fixing bugs, the lack of giving the player base what they've always wanted, it's just, there's nothing else I can say. That's just, it's killed the game. And I think now the slope is too steep, and I don't think there's any recovery for Legends. Bear in mind, this is all my opinion, but I'm just telling you how it is. The game's dead. The game's done. There's so many great games out right now. The real question is, would you rather go buy Call of Duty for 50, 60 bucks, or would you rather pick up a ship that they bring in that's going to be next to useless? You might play it once a week if you're still an active player. Why would you pay $60 for that when there's just so many great games out there? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I do appreciate all you guys out there. I know there's a lot of you that are still sticking with me, even though you don't even play the game anymore. I'm trying to switch up the content. I'm trying to make other content besides just Legends because, like I said, I don't think the game will be here in 12 months or 15 months. I appreciate all you guys out there. Thank you for sticking out all the way to the end. Hope you have a great day. Peace!